Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Passion to Progress podcast. And today, what we're going to talk about is double sessions and when/what to do. So, sometimes in life, when you're training, you may have trained late at night and then first thing in the morning, and you're like, oh my God, I am so tired. Or, say for instance, in another example, you may have trained first thing in the day and then at night. And you're probably wondering, why am I so tired? I'm going to explain and show you what to do to be efficient if you're in that predicament. So, from my experience, what's helped me to get over the lump or the bump is basically my nutrition. So, I have based my career around a split shift. So when it comes towards what I do in the morning to fuel up for the first segment of my day is very similar to what I do at night. So I repeat basically my breakfast twice a day, just because it does the job. So why not? I don't actually need to change it up because someone said so. Why should I do that? So when it comes towards like double sessions, what you've got to be careful about is how close they are and if you're adequately equipped. So what that means is, are you fueled up properly? Have you recovered enough? And what are you actually doing? So yesterday, one of my clients did a very hard cardio session the night before. But then in the morning, because they got up really early, they did a weight session. The timing of when they trained last night was between 8 and 9 o'clock. And then when they train in the morning, they train around about 5 o'clock. What they failed to realize is that because there was 7 hours gap, that is very close. And obviously, in that time, the sleep was not long enough. So, learning from experience, because it's fine to do these things, but if we don't learn, how can we make progress? I said to ex-client, you've done a really good job at doing both, but moving forwards, make sure that you are actually adequately fueled after that session and you leave more of a bigger gap. So then, if it was 12 hours apart, then extra couple of hours in between will have helped. But because people have to work, people have stuff to do, sometimes you've just got to suck it up, buttercup. And also, it does reward you with extra time until your next singular session. So what I mean by that is sometimes we may be falling behind schedule, so we ramp up the intensity. What happens when we ramp up the intensity? You will be forced to recover. I never ever condone doing full double sessions throughout the week because you're not a pro athlete. Everyone who's watching this is and has a job, and we have to be realistic. Can you sustain that for 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months? You probably could if you was at an elite level, but if you're recreational, your health, I would not advise it, because when you think about pro boxers as a prime example, they will do double sessions for a camp for a specific period of time, do the fight, and then eventually all training just suddenly slashes to nothing, and then they have to do like rest because it's been that intense. So with the intensity, you have to lower it down so that you can increase recovery, so you can go again. So if you are going to do a double session, make sure that you are properly packed up, loaded with protein and carbs, doing it either first thing in the morning, so say for instance, let's say 7 a.m, and then you leave it 12 hours, and you train again at 7 p.m. And also, this is another tip, a good combo is to go for either cardio in the morning, weights at night, vice versa, or basically weights in the morning, cardio at night. So then basically, you've got a spectrum of hard workout and an easy workout. So let's say the cardio at night may be a list workout, which is low intense steady state cardio, which takes basically not much effort. It might be like a 4 or 5 effort out of 10. And then your weight workout needs to be around about 6 or 7. Yes, it will be like 12 or 13 on the Richter scale for the full entire day, so therefore it permits you to have that day off. Do you see where I'm coming from? Another thing as well, when we are doing stuff on the weekends, so say for instance, you may have trained all week, you have a scheduled rest day on the Sunday, but you've had to do some snags around the house, such as like, I don't know, shovel some horse shit, put up a fence, do X, Y, and Z. And then you go back into training on Monday and you're really tired on Monday. That is an example of like doubling up. So that's why that Tuesday, so what you've ever done on Sunday and Monday, we need to make sure that there's a clear gap. You're aiming to do the snags before 12 p.m. and try to get on top of it. I know it might be a bit unrealistic for some people, but let's think broader instead of being lazy. Let's be more productive with this time, because you don't want to be doing snags on your house all day on a Sunday. It's good just to do a little stint, be really productive, and then rest, and then you've recovered so that you can tackle your week and achieve your goals. That's what I do. So say for instance for me, what I found with my garden, if I keep on top of it, it's a quicker job to do. But if I leave it for too long, and it's a bigger job to do, and then it starts to bleed into my work, it starts to bleed into my career, it starts to bleed into my life. So you've got to be high maintenance. You've got to hold yourself to a higher standard, so that basically you can be much more efficient with your time. Because you can't be like, oh sorry, I can't come and see you because I've got to do X, Y, Z. But when you're efficient with your time, when you pick your battles, and when you actually look at your calendar and make time, you can save time, and you can be much more potent with what you do. So I know that's a bit of a longer tangent than what I wanted to do, but this is just off the top of my head. So when it comes towards double sessions, when and what to do, that's my advice. And also, think not by the day, but by the week. If you're playing catch up and you're trying to cram everything all in, is that smart? Or is it better to focus on the quality of what you do and how you do it instead of the quantity? Peace. I hope that was a good one for you guys. Anyway, speak soon and keep a lookout for the next